want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
We are the Mad Men of Masculinity.
Your home for healthy masculinity. We're just real men having real conversations for you.
Good evening, Mad Men Mafia.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
of all ages.
And all racial particulations.
Yeah, all y'all out there. Y'all know who we talking to.
Yeah, you.
It's your boys. I am Kirk M. Samuels.
And I be Jason B. Kendrick.
And we are the Mad Men of Masculinity.
That's right. We're just real men. Having real conversations.
For who?
For you.
We have a real conversation. We have these conversations all the time.
All day, every day.
All the time. But now we just having these conversations for you. And you know what? I'm not looking at, you know why I'm not looking at the screen?
Because he's sharing. He's not rude.
I'm sharing.
I had to learn
sharing
that.
Is caring. All month long, we're giving out free likes, free shares.
Free shares.
All that kind of stuff. There's no charge. We took off the paywall. You don't have to pay for any of that.
Free shares all year.
Hey, JBK, I'm gonna make a statement, and I want you to ask me why when I make the statement.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think it is very fitting that all day today, well, not all day, but pretty much all day today, people were looking up at the sun.
Yeah, because it wasn't there.
Can you ask me why?
Why?
See, this is hard to find good help. I think it's fitting that everybody was looking at the sun today because in the studio on this very day, we have some bona fide stars.
We do.
We have some bona fide stars in the room. See, people think we just some chumps, man.
Real for real people.
Think we just some suckers.
Hey, we know
we
people.
Don't know nobody. We don't do nothing.
We know
we got some real bona fide folks in the house. And I want to start. It might take us a couple of segments to get to the actual topic that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
That's all good because I want to establish who these good people is next to me. First and foremost, with the guy, I was doing the math on the way here, and it was hard for me to do because I went to public school. I've known this guy probably about 25 years.
Ooh, and you still talking to him?
25 years. And we used to play prison basketball together.
Wait, what?
See? Why you gotta assume the worst, man?
You just said prison.
I know, but that's different. I ain't talking about the time I was locked up. I'm talking about the time. No, man, we played prison ministry basketball together, man.
Okay, see, the ministry helps out there.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
just say prison and leave it like that, it makes
we
you.
came in and then we played and then we left.
Okay.
We didn't stay for an extended tour.
Okay.
But I know this guy ever since, man. Good guy. And ever since then, this guy, you've been a cop. You do all kinds of stuff, man. We're gonna get into some of that. But I'm gonna start off with the appetizer of the moment today. My main man, Everett Moore. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. What's up, BK?
Man, tell me about, that whole career you had in the last 25 years that you've transitioned to and out of. Tell us about that.
Well, if you're speaking of the city and county of Denver,
Yeah.
then, I basically went in and was on patrol and promoted to detective, had a lot of fun, and
Now you got to
met a lot of
go.
people.
Now you got to go. I don't need you to be like, get in my business. He's got that eye. He's got a
He'd be
detective
able to
eye. He'd be like,
stuff.
be detecting stuff.
Be detecting stuff like Mike Lowry.
Like
Mike Lowry.
Lowry.
Mike Lowry. No, I remember the day I was up in DIA. You remember that, man? I was up in DIA, just walking through, and I was like, yeah, I was up. And I think you was in uniform that day, so I didn't blow your cover, but you was up in there detecting stuff. Just detecting things, man.
That's funny. I call him Mike Lowry. I do.
Do you? I'm telling you, there's a science to this stuff, man. There's a science to this thing, man.
We don't just make this up.
We don't make this up at all, man. And so you, Mr. Everett, so you're not doing that anymore. So what is it that you're doing?
So I am the CEO of Poonam's by Design, which is
Ooh.
my wife's company. So manage and I do whatever needs to be done.
So that's who that is. That's that lovely lady next to you, right?
And you know what this is right here? See, you ain't think I still had that, did you? You ain't think I still had that. I got a metal card in my hand, E-Class Transportation and Security. What's that all about?
Yeah, so that's my baby right there. So that's a transportation and security company, members only. That actually,
Right.
And Kurt's a member.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So he had
Obviously, his initial criteria for membership was a little lower than it is now.
Slow your roll, dog. Slow your roll, man. Slow your roll, man. It's about who you know, not what you know.
That's right. That's very true. Those are no truer words have ever been spoken. Speaking of who you know, This lovely lady right
Who
here.
is this lovely
Who is
lady,
this lovely lady?
man? Because I see the reason I pause on that because I guarantee you somebody somewhere is looking at this. You know how we do. We like to snap our fingers like, who is this? She looks so familiar, man. Who? You know how we do. Trying to remember. Who is this young lady next to you?
So this is my 10.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
My 28 years of marriage. 10.
Claude, have mercy. 28 years. Man, Jason, you was in high school back then.
Wait, what?
What?
No, I was out of high school a couple years.
Were you?
Yeah,
28
it was
years.
30 years ago when I was. Yeah.
Wow.
So y'all started young, huh?
We're not going to talk about that.
I was 20. I'm
So,
29, so
So
you're
this is
old.
Poonam and Moore.
And how do people know you? Because you have this amazing name that is very just like it's almost like it was branded, but that's your real name.
That's my real name. My name is Poonam. I'm from Fiji, and it's a total Indian Fijian name.
I love
So,
it. I love
yep. Pam is just my nickname that my American
Well, you know,
friends
you
gave to me.
you come to the States and they're like, I ain't saying all
And I ain't
that.
saying all that. I'm saying Pam. So
Yeah,
that's
Give me
how-
one syllable.
If anything,
Yes.
like where I'm from, everybody got a government name and everybody got like what they call your name.
But
you know,
they call me
and-
as Pam.
Right. And you know, if people know you, they call you by your non-government name.
That's
A lot
right.
of people in my family didn't know my name until Facebook came along. And, that's your name? That's your name? You know, so anyhow.
Yeah.
And,
So-
and why do you look familiar to a lot of people?
Well, I've been around Denver a long time. No, that's
Come
not
on,
it.
that ain't it. That ain't it. Come on.
Close, but that's probably not it.
That's probably not it. No, I'm actually feature designer on HGTV. I'm the senior designer and feature designer and builder on Rico to the Rescue.
Oh, we seen that guy.
Mhm.
We seen that guy taking all the fame and you doing all the work. What's going on there?
Uh-oh. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, I just started something. I
You started
didn't mean to start something.
You always be starting.
Starting stuff.
well, his name is on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
You
Well,
know?
I
It's not
know.
Poonam to the Rescue. It is
Well,
Rico
right.
to the Rescue.
Maybe it
Right.
should be.
Right.
And maybe it should be.
Hmm.
But no, I do design, I do build out, I'm a full GC here in Denver and all of the metropolitan cities. So I am a registered remodeler basically all over the city, and I'm one of the few women GCs in Colorado. So it's a kind of a whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm a full designer. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in design.
Wow.
And now I'm on a show, and we have a showroom, and we have a second showroom opening up soon in Park Meadows. So we're doing something.
Doing it.
I'm
Doing it.
telling you.
Doing it.
I mean, wait a minute. If I just heard all of that right, you're general contractor, one of the few female general contractors in the state. You're a designer. You're on a national, international TV show. You got a showroom. You're about to open another showroom, and you're married to this guy.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like all that full time, or like is it a part
Married to
time?
him part-time.
Married
No.
Yeah, she threw you under the bus first.
I mean,
That's
a lot. I mean, it's like seriously, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
It is.
I mean, and we maybe later on we'll get into like some new stuff that's coming up and all that kind of stuff. But I've been in your showroom, by the way, and guys, let me tell you, it's a great date night activity. If you got your lady, go into that showroom and just walk around. I'm telling you. I mean, you sit around, you talk about stuff, and you get up in your feels, and the staff in there might talk. You can ask them about different things, and it's a great date night kind of experience. I don't know if you want people just walking around.
Yeah, let me classify
Oh,
that.
I don't
It sounds like a great experience,
Yeah,
but
bring your wallet.
so that's what I was going to ask. Do you need to leave the credit card at home?
No,
Or
you're coming into my showroom.
Yeah.
You need to bring your credit card.
I'm just saying, I know some ladies. I know some ladies I hang out with, and I'll be like, I need 3 mortgages and 2 more credit cards.
No, there's things for everybody at that showroom. So
Nice.
it's at Southlands Mall. It's called Poonam's by Design. There's everything from plants and accessories to sofas and tables, and you can sign up for a full remodel. So really, it's for anybody.
And then that was the cool part about it is when we walked through there. We weren't married at the time, but my now wife and I walked through there, and we just went from like this section to that section, the bathroom section, living room section. Like we just started talking about just preferences and all these other kind of things, and come to find out, now we might be doing a bunch of stuff around my house, but whatever. But it's a great date night experience, and it's a beautiful showroom, great staff, great location at Southlands, and then now by Park Meadows. Where around Park Meadows? Because I was looking at the address and I couldn't figure out where that was.
So it's actually attached to the California Pizza Kitchen. It's my front door faces Red Robin and the food court. And
Oh,
so yeah, it's
in the mall.
it's in the mall property, and it is a standalone building. It's attached literally to the California Pizza Kitchen.
Nice.
So it's a nice big showroom. It's about 6,000 square feet, and
Mm.
it's about the same size as our current
Wow.
showroom,
Yeah.
which is about 5,700 square feet. So we're taking on another big, cool, I think, really a great location. So we're very excited.
So
about
you
that
probably
location.
want them to go to the pizza kitchen after the showroom, right? You want them to bring in the pizza in the showroom. Like, don't be dropping it on the white carpet.
Right?
Yeah, for reals.
Yeah, don't drop it on my white rug.
Mm.
No, you can bring the pizza with you.
So being one of the few fully, is it certified GC?
Yes,
Or
So,
Licensed.
licensed? Yeah, what's the term?
license.
License. So one of the few fully licensed female GCs in Denver area. You carry a big stick, or does he?
He carries the stick.
Oh, he carries the stick. Okay. He's like, don't make me call Everett.
You know, the cool part was I was back home, back in DC. This was some time ago, and the show came on, and my mom was watching the show, and I was like, "Mom, I know them." And she's like, "No,
You don't know them.
And, pulled it up. And the cool part was, it seemed like in all these different shots, everyone was in the background carrying a vase or carrying like a plant or
Or
carrying a
couch.
couch or something like that. It's like,
No, you roll.
Mom was back there doing this thing, man. He's back there faithfully carrying stuff, man. Faithfully carrying stuff episode after episode.
He's a supporter. He's a doer. That's why he's on board now full time, because this was a lot to take on, and it all happened very quickly. We grew really quickly. Actually, it feels quick, but I've been in business since 2006, and every year, you guys, we doubled
Wow.
our business, and it doubled every year. 2006, 2007, never failed. Came about 2018, 19, and I was buried and needed help. I needed designers. I needed help. And he encouraged me to open up that showroom, and never planned anything. And there's never a good time for anything. So never planned. Sat there on my bed, at the edge of my bed, cried after I signed the lease, and went, "What are we doing?" and here we are. So we have a team of 17 now, and he needed to come in to help manage the team of 17, and we have 44 guys and gals that actually build for us. So we have a really big team of
Wow.
people, and
Well, that kind of leads into the topic of this episode, because it sounds like the formations of the power couple kind of started there. Like, you guys are doing your own thing, and then you're like, I am buried.
yes,
I need some help. I need some support. What you got? And then Eric comes in with like the banners, and he's like, I got the squad. Let's do this. Or maybe it was just him. Maybe you are the squad. I'm not
How do you?
sure.
I mean, how does what does that journey looks like? What does that transition? I guess from just having a local business here to an opportunity opening up with with the TV show and all. How does that happen?
We'll have to talk about that after this break, though. But think about that, because
Okay.
it is time for our first break. We are the Mad Men of Masculinity. They are the power couple, and we'll be right back.
I'm glad you caught that, man. I was sure enough not even paying attention to
You was
the
about
time.
to go off the rails.
I was about to go off the deep end, man. I got questions, man. I got so many daggone questions. Like even with that what that journey is like, and then if anybody can please slap Jason in the head and tell him to turn off his ringtone, that'd be great.
Yeah, see, I got a new phone, and I turned down the volume, but on these phones now, they got 4 different volumes, and you got to go in and turn them all off.
yeah.
So I thought I had done it. I'm like telling y'all, turn your phone off. And then you see what happened was.
Yeah, what that happened was, I'm like, man, that's why we can't have nice things, man.
My bad. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And when I was like, I was trying to see how we would see in here.
Yeah.
That's how I was trying to type it out. Look, it worked. I was like,
Speaking of seeing it here, I think y'all sent us a couple of things. Let's play one.
okay, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna actually make a point on this one. So trends are meant to go out.
I give up my life to you. I dey walk fast, I dey go slowly. No be what I jello low. Let me tell them, say I don't go now. I'ma look go, put him on phone now. So many things where I want confess. I know the rest of my music steady. Fight till end till I get my credit. Go business if you call my selling phone. Cause I'm a toast logo. I'm a toji logo.
was very cool. Sorry about the
thank
echo in
you.
the beginning there. I had my volume on, which, my volume, my phone, it's like my first day here.
All right, boom.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Be ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Madmen of Masculinity,
Right here on KLDC
12:20 a.m.
in the Mile High City.
and on the interwebs.
Everywhere.
We didn't practice that. We didn't. That's just how we roll around this joint, man. That's just how we roll.
I like that movie voice. That was good. You've been practicing that.
I've been working on that.
That's a
in
good
my
one.
mirror at home.
I like that. Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
In the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to step it up.
I'm telling you, you're doing good.
I'm
I
trying
like
to
it.
step it up, man.
I like it.
I want to do better. I want you to like.
Speaking of stepping it up,
Yeah.
we have got the power couple of
Yeah.
power couples in here. We just kind of teased before the break, but you guys are killing it. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got his business. He's helping you with your business. You got the show and the business, and you got kids and grandkids too.
Yep.
You got a whole family thing, and you're doing all that. That takes power. I mean, that takes commitment. That takes focus, and you guys are killing it. So, I mean, we wanted to bring you in to talk a little bit about that. Like, how do you make the power couple work?
And well, I think first of all, I think that term, quote unquote, power couple, I think it gets thrown around a lot. Everybody wants to be great until it's time to do great things.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be whatever until it's time to hold the title.
You want to be the
You know what I'm
boss until
saying?
it's time to do boss things.
You want to be a lion until it's time to hunt and eat like a lion, et cetera, et cetera. And so, a lot of people would love, and especially a lot of couples these days, a lot of couples want to be, at the, I'm gonna use this term, at the top, or excelling and doing different things and having a lot of these things going on and all this other kind of stuff. But then when it comes down to the brass tacks, day in and day out, how to make that work and still make it work. I mean, that's the stuff that I think maybe if everybody, maybe it's great, maybe it's easy, I don't know. But but maybe, just maybe there's some insight, or there's something into this whole notion of what it's like to be a couple that has a lot and that are doing a lot and that have a lot of things going on and all that kind of stuff. I mean, how do you even feel about the term? We kind of threw this term on you. You didn't use this term, by the way. We kind of just thrusted this term on you. But this whole term of a power couple, how do you feel about that? Because from all the people I know in this world, I would put you two kind of in that category. And so, how do you even feel about that title?
Well,
and be real. Keep it. This is keep it real. Keep it real zone right here.
Well, it's definitely a compliment, I'll say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we look at each other that way. I think we just follow our dreams. We support each other, and I would say foundation is where we started, and having a good foundation, and to our marriage, to our friendship, to our values. We just do what we say we're going to do, and support to the fullest. So that's it in a nutshell for me. But with God at the head, we can do anything. But there's still a couple other jobs we have that we can tell you. So,
Wait, what?
Wait, hold up, man. For real. This is like that alien color little.
I have 100 jobs.
100 jobs,
You only have 3 jobs.
You lazy bum.
What? Man, what? So what are we missing? Uh-oh.
Well,
So many. No.
he just dropped a bomb and then he's like, you do it.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot. I mean, I also just got done filming another show, a competition show, and we have just, daily, we're mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. We have many jobs. We're spouse, we're partners, right? So there's just a lot that comes with it. We're mentors. We mentor real estate.
Yeah.
We're flippers. So yeah, we don't really sleep.
So when do y'all sleep?
I
Do
did,
you?
and actually,
Do
I
you
went to
sleep?
bed. I went to bed at 1:30 last night. It was Sunday, right? I worked till 1:30 a.m. last
Wow.
night, and I woke up at about 6:30 this morning and went right back to work. And I'm still here working. So
That must be why. I'm less successful, because I need 8 hours of sleep. Like I got to get my beauty sleep in, and you see, it's not working that well, but I'm still trying to get it in.
yes, it's a lot. But first of all, yes, thank you for putting that whole power couple thing in, because I don't see us as a power couple. But
That's probably
thank
why you are one. It's probably why you are one. It's like,
Yeah.
the most successful, talented people are usually the most humble and down to earth people. And the one that are like, I'm a power this or I'm an alpha that. And it's like, are you? I mean, really? If you got to say it.
I feel like I know a lot of power couples out there, personally, and just even on TV. But yeah, I don't definitely. We have many places we want to go, and then maybe we will title ourselves as power couple.
Yeah.
But really, ours, we struggled to get here. It was a struggle. We've always worked hard, and I think that's where it's a big deal, right? Because everybody wants to do this, but when it's time to do it, nobody wants to do it because there's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a lot of sacrifice. When others are having fun or sleeping, we're working, and when others are on holidays, we're not on holiday. So, I wake up on Thanksgiving morning and work until it's time to cook dinner for 25 people. So, it's just a matter of like just juggling it all. And really, as a couple, I think you have to be on board because it is definitely you have to be on board with each other to do this because it will break you and it will separate you.
It sounds like we talked a bit about this. I mean, even in the book that we co-wrote together, having the same dream, having the same values, or at least being willing to support the other dreams. And then you guys are a perfect example of if you want to have what others don't have, do what they're unwilling to do. And it sounds like that's what you do every day. Like it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to work until it's time to cook, or I'm going to stay up till 1:30 a.m. and then sleep 4 hours, 5 hours, get back up. So it sounds like you were an example of all those things. People are like, this is how to be successful. And people are like, that sounds good and all, but I don't know if I want to do all that.
Yeah.
She definitely supported me when I had my thing going on and I wanted to pursue law enforcement at the time and stuff like that. So, and she didn't necessarily like that, but
I did not like it. I actually, what I said was, I didn't marry somebody with a uniform.
Ooh.
So I was not.
She's
happy
like, if
at
you want
all.
to be shot out, just go out in the backyard. I help you out. You want to go in these streets?
That was a hard one for me to wrap my head around. It was super hard for me to wrap my head around.
And how did you come to? Because to me, that's supporting. I see that as you supporting his dreams and what he wanted to do and his vision for his life and his calling and all that kind of stuff. So, what was that internal conversation like for you of backing off of what you would prefer and leaning into or opening up to what he wanted?
Well, it's twofold for me. One, I had to trust God. I'm a God-fearing woman. I love my God. He's my first and one, right? So I can't believe in something and then not trust in it. So I had to believe and trust that he was going to be safe. That was my biggest fear, of course, right? Was that he wasn't going to be safe. And then second, I had to be okay with him following his dreams because he never questions my wildest and craziest. And I'm the dreamer in this, and I'm always the one that just goes, I'm gonna go do this. So
so you never, like, there wasn't any time you're like, really?
No, I did really, 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 really all the way through till when I was okay. But
no, I was talking to Everett. Like, with all her dreams, there wasn't any time where you're like, really?
Oh, him.
I'm actually the pusher.
Oh, see?
He's the enabler.
He's the pusher.
He is. So if I have it, and he just pushes, he's an enabler, and he's like, all right, well, then what are we doing? So when I said I wanted to just open my business, he goes, well, then quit. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Quit? Wait. So yeah, he is a pusher. He's an enabler, and in a good way.
In a good way. I was about to say.
In a good way.
He'd be pushing the good stuff, not the bad stuff.
No.
Pushing the good stuff. Well, and it just sounds like, I mean, because Kirk and I are working on a men's summit and stuff, and we were having a conversation like that. I was like, sometimes you just got to plant your flag in the ground and do it. And that's what we've been working on, because we get a lot of people with different opinions, different ways of doing things. And sometimes you got to be like, no, we got to go. We'll make it the best it can be. We got to go. We got to do, and then learn on the go. And it sounds like that's kind of been your journey as well. You're like, here's my big dream. You're like, do it.
Yeah. Exactly, because we had no idea what we were doing ever, not even till today. Seriously, sometimes we'll do things and I'm like, is this the right way to do it? Oh, well, we're about to find out. We're figuring it out. And nobody ever gives you, I mean, you have education, and I mean, I have the bachelor's degree, I did business school, I did marketing, I did all of that right through school, but it is not hands-on. And the things you have to learn that nobody tells you, right? Like labor laws and all the things that nobody teaches you. So, we literally, everything we've done, we bought our first house, no money. Second house, no money.
Less money. Because you just bought a house.
4 kids, right? But
Mm.
everything we did, we just stepped out. We believed that we could do it. We believed in each other, and it just happened.
We
You
worked
know,
hard,
we worked
super
so
I
hard.
mean, it was tiring, but you don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the things
I
I.
got that from Mr. Goggins.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I missed him this weekend. He was here for Aspire. I guess he.
He was amazing.
I guess he ran a little too hard. He had his leg in a cast or something, or his knee.
He had an operation.
Yeah, okay.
He needed that.
I bet he had no
Shit,
cartilage, or
yeah.
that man had no cartilage in any of his joints.
That was an amazing segment, by the way. He was excellent.
When you want to pursue individual or collective dreams, and there's no roadmap on how to get there, where's the balance between faith and ignorance? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. It's something that your logic kicks in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, I'm kind of a dreamer and a faith follower. So, but what I believe is, I mean, everybody has faith and everybody dreams, right? There's somewhere. I think what people forget is there is logic. It's called work. So you can have all the faith. You can believe in everything. Everything is possible.
Mhm.
We live in abundance. So I think believing is one thing, but actually doing the work that goes with the belief is what makes it come true. So, I mean, we could all sit around and believe all day long, but if you don't pick up a pen, a paper, walk, do something, it's not going to happen. So I don't think there's a break between the two. I think there's a connection between the two. You know, your logic is your works. So what are you doing to pursue this? How is it connecting? How is the two connecting?
In patience, because it's
I
almost
don't
like
have
going to the gym today and then looking in the mirror tomorrow and thinking your body's gonna look different.
Oh, and that's why I don't go to the gym.
Gym's overrated.
Gym's overrated. That's why Everett goes to the gym and I watch him.
Nice.
That's one way to do it. That's
He's
one way
going
to
for
do it.
both of us.
Very much one way to do it. Hey, let's take an early break. What do you think?
You want to take an early
I
break?
think we're like a minute or two early.
All right.
Let's take an early break and we'll come back and get back into it here with this couple. We call them a power couple, the Moore family, and we're gonna have more of them when we get back. KLDC 1220 AM, Mad Men and Masculinity.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
There we go. Put you in the bottom. There we go. So you had a question, sir. This is behind the scenes question?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the question?
What's good?
Oh no.
Oh, you talking about on the air, or you talking about just between it?
Yeah.
Oh, because we just shoot the breeze up here. Man. Like, we can do this thing, man. You know, we just doing our thistle. All right, you want to go back on?
Oh, that's later. We can do that later.
All right, how about on the next break? What do you
Yeah,
think?
we'll do that.
All right, cool.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Whatever
It's
you
our
wanna
show.
do, man. We just freewheeling around here. All right, here we go.
Yes, we are back.
We're back.
This is the Mad Men Show
Mad Men
of Masculinity.
of Masculinity.
You were asking about that.
We are
Yes,
mad
yes.
about masculinity.
Yes, we are.
Mad, not angry.
Mad like passion.
like crazy passionate about masculinity.
About healthy
About
masculinity.
men,
Yeah.
men lifting up men empowering men. We believe that men are like the tide, and when the tide comes in, all boats rise. That's what
Ooh,
we.
okay, that's way better than what I thought it meant.
Yeah, no, that's what we are passionate about. We are unashamedly pro men in all the healthiest ways, because when men are better, women are safer, kids are safer, families are more intact, communities are better, churches are better. The world is just safer when men are better.
And if you hadn't noticed, there's been a bit of a war on masculinity lately. And so it's time for the voice to come out, for us to prop that ship up again and be like, there's nothing wrong with being healthy men and masculine.
And
As
at
a
the
matter-
same time, all of these mass casualties, all these mass events where a lot of people are dying at one time, most of the time it's a lone male,
Yeah.
a lone, isolated, cut off male.
Yeah.
And that's what we are passionately trying to eradicate.
Try to bring men together, tell them why they need men's groups, why they need men in their lives, and how it makes them healthier. Because as men, we naturally isolate. After high school, college, military, basically your only friends are at work, and then you got your family. And so it's like, hey, as men, we need other men to be masculine, to sharpen that sword so that we can be the man for the family. And, if you're just with your wife all the time, you guys start to emulate each other. She gets more masculine, you get more feminine, you start arguing and bickering. And you've never had that experience, have you?
Yeah.
Everett's actually super social. He has a lot of friends.
Well, that's good. It's a good thing.
And to that point, I think this is a great pivot point to, you had something at your house, was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Scotch and
Golly, man.
Yeah,
2 years ago. Woo! It was a long time ago. Anyhow, you had a bunch of guys in your home, kind of for a bigger vision, a bigger purpose. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, so I came up with the idea to bring men together. One, being from Chicago, I like style and stuff like that, but also like nice scotch. So I came up with Scotch and Styles and invited, I believe it was about 30 of us, 25, 30, but not just anyone, but people who wanted to be around other men that could build them up and speak about businesses and other things that they could do to make each other better. So I think it was a blessing. I think it was a great time. A lot of connections made, a lot of business deals done on the backside, and basically, the guy that came with the suits. A lot of people ordered suits from him, and
like that guy.
Yeah,
we actually had Rob on the show because after he went to the event, he's like, this dude makes the suits, and he's, I'm getting a suit. I'm like, bring him on the show.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, Barry Overton is part of the Mad Men Mafia. He's one of our sponsors, and man, he's been a key part of our show, key part of our circle, and all that kind of stuff. But that vision was it was powerful, man, and that definitely impacted me in terms of like just we were already doing this show here, but just just the conversations that Jason and I used to have, and then we decided, hey, let's air these conversations, let's put them on Facebook. And then we started doing that, and that was 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, it's almost been 7 years.
Something like that. And then that morphed into this whole thing. But just the vision to bring men together, is key and that's powerful. And so my question is, and knowing you're not a softie. You're not a soft guy. Like, you're not a wimp, right? You just not. I mean, you have I'll say this right to your face. You have kind of an air. I mean, you have a presence. You hold space when you're in a room, Everett. I mean, it just is what it is. That's a setup to the fact that you are married to a very driven, successful wife who does things on a high level, does things very publicly, and all those kinds of things. I think a lot of times we feel like you have to be one or the other. You have to be a driver man that has an iron fist and have just a itty bitty shrinking wife, or you have to be kind of a soft wussy kind of man and then have a wife that accomplishes big things in life. But you kind of balance both of those kind of things. Do you even see that? And if you do see that, I mean, how do you rationalize that? How do you hold presence in that kind of space?
Well, I think one, she accepts me for who I am. So no, I'm not the soft guy, but
pay attention, ladies,
unless it's necessary. But at the same time, I don't think she would even allow or want that soft man. So
absolutely not. I would run him over.
So she knows I'm going to do whatever it takes as a man to lead my household. Absolutely. So she trusts me with that. So that's why it works. And also what she's wearing today. Ask her what she got.
Everett, head to toe.
What?
First two.
Ooh.
Everything.
Nice.
So, but when you did you get?
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a surprise.
I just laid it on the bed for, last night. Just not even for today. I don't think,
No.
She was supposed to wear it today, but basically, I'm a thoughtful person when it comes to, giving her things that I think she might need. So I told her, I said, hey, you've been working really hard lately. She stayed up,
Late.
one in the morning. So, just to recognize that for her, I just need to let her know I'm watching. I'm still paying attention. I'm there. And
Gentlemen, pay attention.
All you simps
Pay
out
attention.
there. All you simps out there that think you can nice guy your way into a great woman. Take notes.
Yeah.
Take notes. Again, everybody want to be a lion until it's time to do lion stuff, right? I mean, everybody want that. And then at the same time, ladies, if you want that guy, you got to understand that having a guy in your life that is able to hold space is going to do certain things for you. And you can't be so off. I mean, because I would say there's probably some women out there that would say, how dare you go buy me some clothes? I'll put the clothes on back, man. Who you think you is? Buy me some clothes. You can tell me what I'm going to wear. How you going to tell me what I'm going to wear? You going to tell me what I'm going to wear. All that kind of stuff.
That's like that, huh?
I guarantee you, there's some women out there that would
Absolutely.
that would be turned off.
Yes.
Not, will reject that.
And that brings up this question. So I want to put this to Everett. How does she support you while you support her? Because it's always a 100% two-way street. Like, obviously, you're putting all this work in because you get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't just be throwing this down an empty well.
Well,
I think sometimes it's because sometimes I have nothing left.
I'm gonna tell you what, right there, that is a sign of a good woman. She just took accountability.
She showed the
Because, oh my God,
accountability.
she took.
Man, she's on it.
You know how many women are allergic to accountability nowadays?
I do. But she supports me, and I know that I'm a better man because of her. I wouldn't be who I am without her.
Right.
I know, that's that old rule, the 80-20 and stuff like that. I don't necessarily believe in that anymore because, and I think it was Michelle Obama who said, I might be 10 today. I'm gonna need him to be 90.
That's right.
I might be 60 and I'm gonna need her, to be 40, stuff like that. So I believe in that and actually live that. Yes, I mean, this entire weekend, I didn't have one. I was working the entire weekend. I was so tired. So when she came in, I mean, as far as going back to your question, her supporting me, I was on the couch. I really didn't want to put I was starving. And I waited because she makes them so good. And so her plate's always better than I just slop stuff on her plate. But
That's funny.
She knows what I need when I need it. And my wife is probably the most even keel woman. She's never moody and up and down. I mean, I could say sometimes I just don't want to talk, but she is the same all the time. So I don't have to adjust a whole bunch.
So is that an island thing? Do we need to go? We need to send everybody over to Fiji or?
Hey, speaking of that,
tell me.
Dating.com. All the passport brothers on there
I'm
with the Fiji right there. All the passport brothers. I got to get over there.
Got to get over there. Give me a good woman.
I actually prayed for a woman that wasn't from this country.
Ooh.
And I don't know why, because I was a young man, but I just felt like I wanted something different.
Yeah.
Someone different.
So that was God talking to you. He's like, let me tell you what you need.
That just, all of that breaks down so many paradigms that I think we have misconceptions culture-wise, the whole idea. And I'm firmly with you in terms of it ain't 50-50, it's 100-100. And it's what part of what part do I need to be to make up the 100 today? It sometimes maybe it's 0-100 on a particular day. I'd imagine maybe y'all every now and then have arguments. Maybe. I don't know.
All the time.
I mean,
actually not much.
No.
The things we argue about
it's stupid.
Is what?
Spending time with each other.
Yeah.
That's what we argue.
My kid, yeah. So we have all girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna backtrack a little. Everett is actually very soft. He had to raise 4 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has a soft side, whether he believes it or not, because you kind of have to with 4 girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they love and respect their dad, and it's really, really amazing to watch. But I think going along that line, I think it's, you know, when you're not only married to somebody who's all over the place, then you got 4 girls to go with it. He had to really just kind of blend in and help us. And oh my gosh, we would all be moody at the same time. And I'm usually not moody, and then they would make me moody. But it was just like, it was just really, even till today, really fun to watch him, because he's super tender. He gives great advice to them. They call him for everything. So really, I think, yeah, it's not only do we have to be 100 together. It's not 100. I think it's 100 together. You make 100 together.
Mm-hmm.
There has been times where, you know, even our girls are at 0 and they need us to be at 100, right? This is a relationship thing, whether it's your marriage or whether it's with your kids or your spouse, I mean, your parents or whatever, right? So this is how it goes. So I think some days I'm about a cup away from drowning, and he's got a whole jug of love. And so at that point, he knows, okay, I can only pour into her about a cup length before she's going to just explode. So, you know, you just have to kind of read each other, I think, and know where the other one's at. I'm harder to read because I don't talk as much. He's actually the talker. I'm the quiet one. I'm the quiet one. He's the talker.
Well, I can articulate what I'm feeling.
I don't want to.
That's a good distinction right there.
Mm-hmm.
And see, she said you're a talker, and he said I can articulate what I'm feeling. Let them see.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean a lot of words.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't. I'm like, what? I don't know. Let me think. I think I'm this, and I don't know if I'm that. But you know, and he knows who he is, so that really helps. He's very secure in who he is.
That's a huge thing.
It's a big thing. So I think, as you know, as a woman, what's attractive to most women, it's not that you can buy me an outfit. He has to buy me an outfit. I'd be unclothed because I have no time to go shop. So if you want me to look right, you might want to buy me something. So because I just don't have time to go shop. But he's good at it too. But I think what it is it's knowing your spouse. So you are going to marry somebody. You're going to be with somebody that completes you, that has what you're lacking, they have as their strength, because that's what makes you 100. So what I'm lacking, he has. What he's lacking, I have. So, you know, there's things that I come to him and I go, baby, if you approach our kids like that, they're going to run the other way. And he'll go, okay, all right, I'll approach it a little bit differently. So it's that. It's just, you know, it's really being with somebody that completes you. You shouldn't be offended when they're helping you.
Well, speaking of completing, we're going to have to complete ourselves a break. This is actually the last break. So we'll be right back right here on the Mad Men Show.
Hello, Colorado. I'm Barry Overton, your innovative real estate broker, where your goals are my top priority. In this ever-evolving market, it's crucial to have a guide who not only understands the ins and outs of real estate, but also thinks ahead and ensures you're always one step forward. With over 3 decades of expertise and commitment to leveraging cutting-edge strategies, I am dedicated to providing unparalleled service. My approach is simple: knowledge, innovation, and a steadfast dedication to your best interest. So whether you're buying or selling, I can help you navigate the real estate complexities with ease. I'm Barry Overton, transforming dreams into addresses, one home at a time. Call me today at 303-668-5433.
Nice.
And we're back.
We are back
here on the Mad Men Show.
Hey, can I do my my movie voice?
You can do whatever you want.
We're back. Mad Men of Masculinity, KLDC 1220 AM in the Mile High City.
In a world of power.
In a world where you have the NBA champion Denver Nuggets, and I'm not even going to talk about the other team.
They won on opening day. Apparently, they won.
No, they didn't win opening day. Did they?
I think so. I don't know. I wasn't there.
We hope. And we'll get a baseball team at some point.
Somebody.
Yeah,
we just try not to make fun of them because they're big and they carry bats.
Yeah. We don't want to make fun of them too bad because they might hurt you.
They might show up in the parking lot.
Coming down the home stretch, I want to circle back to this whole vision of E-Class. What is E-Class? I mean, what's the whole vision for that entrepreneurial adventure?
Basically, there was a couple ride share companies that I used frequently and stuff like that.
We won't name names. You just, we know what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about.
So there's a couple things or situations that happened that prompted me to start my own and try to give excellent service. But at the same time, tailoring that service to every individual, and every member. There's some people that fly out all the time with spouses that live in other places, countries, stuff like that. Some people like to go to, dinner a lot. We do red carpets. Barry is a member, Overton. He's a great member, great friend. He did something special for his wife last week, and we treated him right. And I just want to have something that people can use and go to and feel. If you want to look like a millionaire, we'll make you look like a millionaire. If you want to feel like a billionaire, we want to make you feel like a billionaire.
First of all, I'm a little bit mad at Barry because he made all of us regular brothers look bad when he put out that video, man. I mean, I'm a baller on a budget, right? So, I mean,
gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm trying to shield that from my wife. I don't want her to see what Barry over there doing because, like, baby, hey, But I will say, though, that I had the opportunity to get the E-Class experience, and people was really looking at us like, who are they? It must be somebody. I mean, man, we went on a trip, man. We baller shot caller on the way to and from the airport. Man, I'm telling you. And then I think you also, a lot of times, like realtors will kind of tap into E-Class to have something special, right? For closing events and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Barry and I partnered with that, and basically we will pick up his clients and from their homes and take them to the closings and or dinner if necessary, and take them back and stuff like that. It's a perfect time because they're excited, new house. We want to make you look good, and we do whatever you want to do in that time that's allotted for you.
Yeah. And you even have kind of the options, correct me if I'm wrong, to have kind of even a more secure transportation experience. Because nowadays we get a lot of people coming through Denver on their way up to Boulder and back. Y'all know who I'm talking about, during the fall and winter time and all that kind of stuff. And, certain people have certain types of needs and all that. So people that may fly into Denver, DIA, and want to go up to Boulder or something like that, you also have some kind of options to have more secure transportation options, right?
Absolutely. So we have a security option only for the members, and whatever you need, we've had plenty of celebrities and stuff like that. I won't mention names.
Right. Don't tell my name.
Sign this NDA.
I signed an NDA. Don't talk about that.
But yes, we will help the transport and move you securely to your destination.
So this is actual security. It's not me standing in the middle of DI going, security! Security!
So yeah, we do it professionally, and basically, depending on who you are and what level, I will find that level if you need more.
Nice.
And I've obviously done a lot of that with the department and with presidents and people coming in and stuff like that. So.
Don't be name dropping too big.
There's a lot of presidents.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah. There's lots of countries.
Well, president of PTA and all
that. That's right.
Exactly.
Oh, damn. Oh, we're talking about them, the HOA president. Yeah, okay.
Oh, they're worse than
telling you.
HOA presidents. Oof.
And when is this new showroom opening at Park Meadows? Do you have a date yet?
No, hopefully in the next 5 weeks. We're hoping a May opening, grand opening, beautiful weather. We want to really, really do it up and have band and food and champagne and all the whole thing.
Well, what was that carrot you were dangling in front of us that you could promote but couldn't tell us what it was?
There's that too. Oh, yeah, we got some stuff happening.
Yes, we have some stuff happening. So not only the showroom, but I was selected and casted into a new show that's airing this August 12th, actually, on HGTV, and it'll be streaming on Max at the same time. And it's called 100 Day Hotel Challenge. It is hosted by Mika and Brian, and they're a married couple, and they're actually going against each other in this hotel challenge. So Mika gets a hotel and Brian gets a hotel, and they get teams, and they called it the Design power teams. And so I am on one of the 2 teams. It actually is already published. So I could say I am on Brian's team.
Nice.
And we basically compete. And it's one of the largest design competitions that is about to air. And there are 18 talents on this, 9 on each team. So it is.
Can you tell us who won? Did you win?
NDA.
Can't say nothing else.
That's similar to a concept I think they have or just had out where they did like beach homes or something like,
That's right.
like a set of row homes
Yes.
or something like that.
Yes.
Kind of similar. And you had
Rock
to
the
travel
block.
for this, right? You had
Yeah.
this wasn't in Denver.
No, this was in North Carolina, in Salter Path, which is a remote beach town. So it took a puddle jumper to get there. And very, very deserving hotel owners here that's been ravaged by hurricanes and, insurance claims and all the things. So it's actually it's a small town that really needed the help too.
Yeah.
So very cool. It's very, very cool.
I will trade you my E-Class metal business card if you tell me who won.
Ha!
No?
No.
Sorry. I guess your card beats nothing.
Well, she has a drawer full of
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Hey, Kirk, she don't even have to pay, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Just saying.
Yes. I actually am a client.
Yes, I am.
See, y'all, if he trusts his service with his wife,
right,
his number 1, his number 10, you might be able to trust him with your special people.
And then back to the core of this, while you were traveling and doing all that kind of stuff, you still had things here. You still had, you still had some operations that.
Yes, absolutely.
And so that was a balance that you had to maintain.
Yes, it was really hard one. It's always really hard when I leave because I still have to work. Even on vacation, we have to work. So, and even when we were out there, actually on one of the film weeks that I was gone, I was doing payroll in between cuts. So I was literally like, I gotta go, click, back on, Everett, keep going. So we were literally running payroll between takes. So yeah, it doesn't end. Just because I'm there doesn't mean things don't keep happening here. We have live projects. We have 25, I think, right now, pipeline projects happening at the same time. They're all remodels, and then we have full staff to run, and there's just a lot at the same time. So we do take on quite a few projects at the same time and kind of pipeline them through. But it's really it does not end. It does not end.
Here's a couple words for you: personal assistant, more staff. Y'all need more time.
Yeah,
y'all got so much going on. Make me tired.
Me and Jason will do it if we can just hang out in your basement. Let us walk around.
Wait. But before people think it's creepy,
it ain't creepy.
You just said hanging out in the basement.
It ain't creepy, man.
You got to tell them about the basement, though.
It ain't creepy. I mean,
that basement got the bar. It's got the movie. What else is in your basement?
This ain't like horror film kind of situation. This is like.
I know you got the bar. You got the wine cellar. You got pool tables and stuff.
We have a wine cellar, a pool table.
Still got a cigar room.
A wet bar. The wet bar seats 12.
Yeah.
And then
see, this is why we want to hang out in Everett's basement. It's not creepy.
A great design. So
yeah.
Came up with the vision and she made it happen.
I mean,
are we talking about anybody particular?
I don't know. I can't remember her name.
Poonam by design.
I would love to be there whenever you have your grand opening of your new show.
We will definitely have you guys there.
Man, me and Jason will bring a live stream.
Oh, that'll be so fun.
We'll do a live stream from in there.
We'll make it funny and freaky, and people will be going, "What is going on around here?"
We ain't gonna be like laying all over stuff, man.
Hey, you bring the funny, I bring the freaky. This is how we work.
But
until you bring the freaky, then it gets weird.
Why? My freaky is good.
Because you bring the peanut butter and stuff, and it's just weird.
See. See, that's why you can't have people over. That's why we trying to have people up in the studio, and then we always got this. You're a line stepper, habitual line stepper, man. You stepping across.
It's funny though.
This is an amazing conversation, and again, the whole point of all of this is, thank you all first of all.
Thank you for having such a busy weekend and still coming to see us. I know that's not easy.
Huge.
Thank you for having us.
Fit us folks in here.
Don't worry, this won't be the last time. So we're gonna get some comments.
I hope this ain't
where's she at? What's her store? Can she come to my house?
Yeah, this is definitely. I hope it won't be the last time. That being said, before we start to wrap this thing up, how do people? Man, y'all got so many daggone things.
Yeah, we need.
How do folks get a hold of E-Class? Is that still the good phone number? Or
yeah, that's the phone number.
Man,
can I class transportation? Yeah.
E-Class. All right, I just want to make sure, NDAs and all that kind of stuff around here. We can't share everything. E-Class Transportation and Security in Denver is 720-474-5760. And, maybe you'll get a metal business card like I got up in here. Jason ain't got one. I got one. But,
What was that? 720-474?
Yeah. Oh, he's going to put it online. 760. He's going to put it right up in the live stream there. Look up in the comments and you can find that. And then what about the showroom business? What about that? How do people find you? How do people get a hold of you? Duh.
Easy.
Pretty easy to find you.
Easy. We're at Southlands Shopping Center off of 470 and Smoky Hill Road in Aurora. And we're open Monday through Saturday, closed Sundays. We need a day to rest. So we are closed. We force closed Sundays. But we are there 6 days a week. And our phone number is 720-274-5620. And our Park Meadow store will be the same hours, hopefully starting this summer. And you can find us there as well. But you can find us online at poonamsbydesign.com. You could find us on Instagram at poonamsbydesign. And you could find us on Facebook at Poonams by Design. So it's pretty straightforward.
You made that for all of us public school kids.
I made that for me. I won't. You see, my husband just snuck the phone number over to me, right? So yeah. I made that for me.
That is phenomenal stuff. That's great. And like I said, I mean, it's just amazing to see both of you do all the things that you do. And by the way, Jason just put it up in the comments for all of you live streamers out there. It's amazing for people like me to just watch you all do what you do and to know you, to love you, to have known you for a long time, all that kind of stuff. And man, it's good stuff, man. And thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for being an example for, all of us that want to achieve great things and to do great things and to make it look easy when it ain't easy. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you being the perfect example of the 100-100, bringing everything you got, showing people how it's done, and showing the success. Because, I mean, people must look at y'all like, oh, they got it easy. She just got it given everything. It's like, no, you put it in the work. And it's a great example of that because that's what we need.
He joked about it in the very beginning. This is my opinion. This does not represent anybody else's opinion whose faces you see on here. I was talking about this before y'all got here. You are the brains behind the current HGTV show that you're on. When you watch the show, I know you got all the dynamics and characters and all that kind of stuff, but you seem to come in and you make sense out of everything. Like you seem to come in and you got just insight and all that kind of stuff. You bring all the pieces of the puzzle together to fit.
That's right.
And I appreciate that and I dig that. And it's pretty clear, at least to people like me, that you got some amazing talent, skills, gifts.
Well, speaking of, so we won't just put the carrot out there. How can people find your show? If I know HGTV, but
yes.
There are streaming platforms like that?
Absolutely. I'll backtrack a little bit. I do come in, but I'm the designer and the GC. So I should know the answers. This is a two-part show. So Rico actually does the rescuing. He actually finds the people. He actually helps resolve all of the legal issues and all the battles. So it's really a two-part show. So I do the glamorous stuff. He gets to, well, it's not very glamorous, but I get to do the semi-glamorous stuff, and then he gets to do the rescuing. Oh. So it is really a two-part show because we can't do that without each other. He would just be rescuing and there would be no finale. And then I would just be designing and there would be no rescuing. So it is really a two-part, it's definitely a team effort. And really, if you hire a designer, they should know what they're doing. It should make it make sense.
You would hope so.
You would hope so. But
so what all platforms can they find your show on?
They can find the shows on, of course, HGTV. It is on demand. It is streaming on Max. It's always on Max. Anything Warner Brothers, of course, it's going to be available. You could also do HGTV Go app. They do have an app. You can also do, I think it's on YouTube. You can also purchase it on Amazon Prime. There's lots of viewing platforms.
So they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. So
well, I appreciate you being here because I know you're everywhere and I know you got to get back to everywhere.
Yes.
But we thank you so much for being here, and we hope that you will watch us and like us and subscribe, and maybe one day they'll be back.
That's right.
Because it takes your likes and subscribes. It takes your love to keep us going and to get these great guests on for you. So We as the Madmen are out.